We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your kid. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding and bring it out here. The tidings we bring to you and your king. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. For we all like figgy pudding. For we all like figgy pudding. For we all like figgy pudding. So bring it out here. The tidings we bring to you and your kid. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here. The tidings we bring to you and your kid. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Let me just finish this here. It seems like I just can't get everything set up at the same time. There's always one thing that I forget to do or one thing that needs to be done that can't get done on time. Okay, so I posted that there. Then I posted there as well. Just trying to share my live stream everywhere. Okay, so yeah, all right, there it is. Awesome. I sent the link to a few friends. We'll see if they decide to join. If not, well, I'll be alone here. Doesn't matter. I love talking enough. I'll be able to speak for a little while. So, Kendra from Consume the Goodness. I can't stay, but wanted to say hi. I'll be keeping you running. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Foxit Outdoors. How's it going? The winter's treating me not so bad right now. We don't have that much snow. I know a lot of people this time of year, they want to have snow. They want to go ice fishing, snowmobile, ice skating, skiing, and all those kind of things. But honestly, I don't do any of that stuff. Although this year I will go out ice fishing because I have an auger now, ice auger from Proyama. That was sent to me last year. Awesome tool. I'm so very happy to have it. Unfortunately, last year, by the time I got it, the fishing season was pretty much done. But this year, with all the gift cards I got, I was able to buy an ice fishing tent from the brand Vevor. Vevor? I'm wondering if it's... I don't remember where I saw this company. I don't know if it's Thomas from Life in the Valley that talked to me about that company, or simply because I saw it somewhere. I have this. I'm part of this Advent. event link. I wonder if it would be. No, it's not on there. Okay, well, I'll need to dig a little bit more. But the tent is for four people. I just intend to bring my kids anyway, and if it's nice out, as long as it's cold for a long time before we go, and the ice is thick enough, I don't mind staying out if I have to let the kids fish in the tent. The fun thing about that tent is it takes only a few seconds to open up, and just a few seconds to put it back in the backpack and leave when it's time to leave. Now, tomorrow morning, my son, he's been really, um, well, he's the kind of kid that wants to spend time with me, like, as much as possible. So as soon as we are a few days or a few weeks where we don't spend time, just the two of us together, he gets lonely, and um, he'll send me a message, "Hey, Dad, like, when can we spend time together alone?" So tomorrow I'm gonna bring him shopping. He got a lot of money for Christmas, and I have a few gift cards still that I can use. I'm gonna go buy some ice fishing reels and rods. So hopefully we'll be able to go and show you some ice fishing videos in the near future. I also want to go. There's a little local place called Island Lake here. Apparently, you're allowed to fish trout now in the winter. Well, you're allowed to fish in the summer too, but it doesn't bite at all. Like in the summer, people that go there, they don't have any bites. So I'm hoping that in the winter it might be a little bit better. Now I don't know what I'm gonna have to use for bait, but I know the people that run the place, so I'm gonna send them a message and see when it starts, what's the best bait to use, and hopefully I'll be able to go. It's about 45 minutes away, so we can just leave in the morning, like pretty early in the morning. Like I say early, but around 7, 8. Go there and have a little snack there while we're there during the day, and head back home before it's too dark. There's also another place about 2.5 hours from here at Mount Carlton. Apparently, you can fish different type of fish there, perch, yellow perch, and landlocked salmon. So those are some fish I want to try. Living my best life at 60. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you have a wonderful day so far. Karen, thank you so much for stopping by. Did you plant any hardneck garlic this winter? I didn't plant anything at all this winter. By the time that fall arrived, I was too busy with the hunting season and trying to get everything ready, and I had a college class going on. I just didn't have time to do any of that stuff. But I'm gonna have to fix my greenhouse. The few boards I put up to try to make it more solid was not enough, because the first snow we got, everything fell. So I'm gonna have to fix it up. I might have to change the plastic, but I have a nice plastic roll here that I can just go around the greenhouse, and hopefully it'll be solid enough. Because I only have to do like the one side with the plastic, because I just need to do the south facing part of my greenhouse. The other side I can make a wall, make something very solid if I want to. I love going ice fishing as a kid. I have a video or two from about 2 years ago where we went ice fishing with the kids. Now, I was only able to go with 2 kids at a time, and I was supposed to go the very next week with the girls. But unfortunately, the guy called me saying, "Hey, there's someone there to take out my shanty right now, so I'm not going to be able to let you go next week." Which kind of sucked, because I wanted to go with the girls as well. And last year it was way too warm. We didn't have ice until, I don't know, the end of February, and usually early March it's done. So there could have been like maybe a week where we could have gone ice fishing, but it was just too quick, too fast, and just didn't happen. Good afternoon, Marilyn. Thank you so much for stopping by. Friday already. Can you imagine? Well, to be fair, I didn't work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And today was a very fast day because I had all those days to catch up, plus a lot of things going on, a few projects that are still on the go. Hi, me everyone in the chat. 6 degrees Celsius here and 12 Celsius tomorrow in southwestern Ontario. So that's like 45 Fahrenheit and about 60 tomorrow. Is that it? 55 maybe? You will not be ice fishing. I know Thomas from Life in the Valley is already out there. He's probably going to spend the weekend there fishing, but he has like the perfect setup. That's his thing. He loves doing it. It's not just the fact that he goes ice fishing, but he has this huge tent with a nice heater that he can sleep in there with his girlfriend. And I don't know, it must be like so much fun to just go, you ice fish, you can have a meal right there on the ice. And I don't know, it's something I would love to do, but around here, um, you need, he has a huge tent. You need something big to be able to sleep there. I'm not saying that I'm not going to buy like a nice winter tent at some point. There's also a few plans on doing some winter camping with my son this winter. It's all going to depend on if we can make it to where we want to go, and if we have, because I have a chance where I could cut some lumber, a few trees, make a nice frame. And my son works at Home Hardware, so he gets a lot of things at cost price. And he told me that he could get those very well. I don't want to say expensive because he told me he could get them for like $4 or $5 each. Those like very solid, tough tarps that are supposed to be like very, very tough. Apparently, they won't shred, they won't break, they should be tough enough for the winter, and they should hold on throughout the season. So if we can make something solid and have a little wood stove, or even if it's not a wood stove, just something to keep us warm, it'd be nice to go there and spend the night in the wild, in the woods. It'd be fun. It's something I want to do. There's this lady. I keep talking about her. Well, every few months I'll be talking about her. I just don't remember the name of the channel. Let me see if I can find her quickly. I know she's posted a video not too long ago. There's just, I have the little notification bell for so many people. It's crazy. She's a lady from on the Quebec side, and I think she's like in her 50s or 60s. Teacher SBD. I have to catch up on her videos. She's so awesome. I put that on pause. She's French, but a lot of her videos you'll understand, even if you don't necessarily speak French, simply because she shows a lot of stuff. So there it is. It's open. I have to catch up on a bunch of videos from her. I'm just going to share her channel there. But what she's doing is what I want to do. Well, some of the things I want to do. Let me just put that here for fun. 5 super chats. And $2. I'll put a timer of an hour. Okay, see if that works out just for fun. All right. I've never been ice fishing before. Regular fishing, deep sea fishing, yes, but ice fishing isn't always thick enough. Scary. Yeah, my girlfriend's the same. She doesn't want to go on the ice. The only time I'll go on the ice is when I see the trucks driving on the ice. Then I know it's solid enough for me to walk on. If a truck can go on the ice, being half a ton, well, I was going to say I'm just 175 pounds, but last year was 180, and I gained a couple of pounds during the holiday, so I am now 190 pounds. I'm going to have to get Tracy to come teach me how it's done. He lost a couple of pounds lately, so I'm going to need him to tell me what he's doing because obviously it's working for him. Freezing rain tonight, tomorrow here. I didn't even check the weather here. Most of the time they're wrong anyway. They told us, was it Monday or Tuesday, that we were going to have about 1 centimeter or half an inch of snow, and we ended up having like 4 or 5 inches. Luri's World, thank you so much for stopping by. How's it going? I can see it on the screen there. I might have missed some other people. I will get to you. Don't worry. People saying hi to each other. 42 Fahrenheit and 52 Fahrenheit. See, I wasn't that far. I said 45 to 55. Oh, well. Yeah, I can't blame you. We have about, I'm going to say, a foot of snow here. But we didn't have, we had one storm, but it wasn't so bad. Like, the storm started, around 10, 11 a.m. Yeah, and it was pretty much done by the time I got home after work. I didn't need to worry too much about shoveling. I had to buy a shovel, but so far it's been good. If it doesn't get worse than that, I'm happy with it. So for Christmas, what you guys all get? Anything exciting? I received a game camera. My mom sent me a message maybe 3 weeks ago. She's like, "Hey, you want a game camera? Just go at the local Pro Nature shop and store and just pick one. Tell me how much it costs. I'll send you the money. Bring it over. I'll wrap it up and put it under the Christmas tree for you, and I'll give it to you in Christmas." I'm like, where's the fun in that? It's one thing I really want to have a game camera, but at least give me a little excitement of not knowing what I'm going to get. So I sent her 3 different kinds. One was, for the same price. There were 2 cameras in the same box. And one was solar panel battery. So basically I just put it there. I don't need to buy batteries basically forever. And the other option I gave her was one that could send me the pictures and videos directly on my phone. So I didn't know which one I was going to get, and I got the one with the solar panel. So I set it up, although I'm not sure if the battery is charging. it's been showing at 50% for the last well, 2 days and a half. So I don't know. Miss Handale Homestead, thank you so much for stopping by. So nice of you. How's it going? We've had wind and lots of rain, but we even got some sun. That's awesome. I love the sun. I don't celebrate that holiday. Didn't ask for anything. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Um, it's something that we've been doing pretty much forever. Well, since I was a kid, I remember going on my grandparents, and now with young kids, I do the same thing. But I understand, not for everyone. Not everyone likes it. Not everyone follows that religion. Not everyone celebrates it. So, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. But so I'm gonna use a game cam. I'm gonna use the ice fishing tent, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to find one of those little ice fishing rod. They're just about maybe 2 feet long. I have a few reels here. They're not the best reels, but they should be good enough for ice fishing. I don't need to have like a huge line. If I just have like maybe 10 feet long line, that's fair enough. Should be long enough. I have a few old reels here that I don't use, so I could put them on that rod. Besides that, I got a few gift cards, chocolate, coffee mug, a few pair of socks, things like that. I mean, at my age, I don't really ask for toys. Well, the game camera is kind of like something I'm gonna have fun with. But I'm hoping to capture some of the wildlife and be able to present it on my channel. That's my goal. I want to be able to show the world what a moose does. Maybe even get some raccoons, some foxes, some coyotes, some deer. The only thing I'm afraid of is bears. Not that I'm afraid of bears, but I've had a few of those rooting balls on a few apple trees, and the bears saw them, and like they were shredded in half on the ground when I went to pick them up. So I don't know. I don't know if it's because they saw it, because they thought it was maybe they thought it was something they could eat. But Wild Edibles, thank you so much for stopping by. Going well, awesome. So yeah, they shred the little balls apart. But what I'm gonna do now, because I realized it works a little bit better, I'm gonna use the smaller ones, and that way I won't need to put them as long. So I'll be able to put them in the spring on smaller branches and hope to be able to graft a few more apple trees in the upcoming years. Although there's also the possibility of harvesting small apple trees, the little growth, like the ones that grow on the trees themselves. If they have roots, they're good to pick up, and it should be a clone of the tree that you're picking up. So there's a chance I might get a bunch of nice apple trees in the future. Okay, let me just change the channel here. 830. Oh, it's not on. Okay. So I have the hockey game on. I don't know if anyone follows hockey, but at this time of year, it's the World Juniors. USA is probably going to win, but I'm still going to follow Canada all the way to the end. My grandson and his girlfriend gave me a beautiful present, a blanket with my husband and myself picture on it. Oh, nice. That's sweet. My husband passed 5 years ago, so it's a very special present. That's very, very sweet. Hey, CB, Huga Homestead, thank you so much for stopping by. Love moose, yeah. Not only is the meat awesome, but the animal is a fascinating animal. Well, I don't know. That's what we're gonna see. If I put a block of salt, basically you're just gonna see them walk around and lick the salt. Um, I'd be hoping that in the fall at some point that I could see a few bulls like fight each other. That'd be awesome. Although if I get moves going on my camera, there's a chance that we might be going there for the deer, the moose hunting season. Now there's also the chance we might go deer hunting again next year. So I might put a camera wherever we go. It'd be nice if we could find some more private property. I could put my camera and just leave it there for a few days and then maybe come back home with some awesome footage. Um, there's also a chance we might see some squirrels, some grouse, anything like that. It'd be awesome to have on camera. So as expected, on the 24th, we cooked chicken soup, and you never know how much to make. We had to feed, so there's 7 of us, 6, 13, 15, 17, 16, around 16 different people. It's hard to say because with all the girlfriends and my brother is trying to catch up with the amount of kids he has. So there's a few kids adding up every few years. And you never know how much to make. Turns out that the amount of chicken soup we did was enough for 2 meals. We ate about half of the big bowl we had, and that was give or take 15, 16 people. On the 25th, we went to see the parents, my girlfriend's parents, the in-laws. We had turkey and salad, dessert, and all that kind of stuff. The traditional Christmas meal. And I felt so stuffed when I was done. Oh, cool. Let's see. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm sorry. We are trying to order some. Well, we ordered jerseys for the handball team, and I made a request to have the sponsor logo on the jerseys, and yeah, we asked to have the logo instead of having the logo all the way in front of the shirt. Just have like the logo, like a smaller version of the logo, and it looks amazing. Oh. Sorry, I try to write something and I end up writing something else. Do it. Okay, let's check. That's better. Awesome. Okay. So, I wonder if I can even show you the difference. So this was the jerseys. Maybe if I do that. Okay. Not working too well, I see. Just trying to put something in front of the light. Well, this is what it looks like. And this is what it looks like with the logo on the chest. I think it looks better that way. Hard to see from camera, I suppose. Let me just answer her. Way better that way. Okay. All right. You were stuffed as a turkey. Yeah. When you eat salad, potatoes, gravy, carrots, beans, peas, and you have a few drinks. I mean, I finished like I couldn't stand up. I had to stay set. I had to sit for like an hour after we were done. And then on the next day, on the 26th, because my mom was working on the 24th, we ended up making supper, just a chicken soup. She wanted to do, a traditional meal for the family, so we ended up having turkey again on the 26th yesterday. So obviously there was some left for today. So that's what I ate again today for lunch. So it explains why I gained so much pounds, so much weight. I'm 10 pounds heavier than I was about a month ago. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? Hey, I'm trying to remember. Was it you that told me about the company Vivor, whatever you pronounce it? Because I have a feeling that I ordered that company because I knew what the company was. But I don't remember where I saw them. I thought it was from my merchant affiliate program list, but it's not from there. So I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. It's not from there. Let's see. Outdoor recreational. Outdoor winter sports. Water sport. Okay, that's pretty cool. Eventually I'll get there. Saying hi, I made a squash potage today for adding some vitamins on all what we ate lately. My boyfriend did a wonderful macaroni and ground beef with cheese. The potage went to the fridge for tomorrow. So you did a wonderful job. You thought so well, but ended up not eating it. They make tons of different stuff. They make heaters, household stuff, camping stuff, a bunch of different things. I wonder if they have their own website. Before diesel heater. Okay, is that them? Category agriculture, forestry equipment. Nope. Do they have like outdoor category? Hearts, craft, office supply, agriculture, forestry equipment. Seems like the same company, but office supply, hydraulics, and tool security, lab. That could be the reason why I know them. Maybe I have one of those tent from them already. Ice fishing shelter. Oh, is it cheaper? Oh, no, it's not even cheaper there. Huh. So let me show you precisely which one I got. If I do that, you should still be able to hear me, right? So this is the one I got, but on Amazon, it was a lot cheaper than that. Yeah, that's the exact same one I got from Amazon. That's the exact same one. I just hope like there's no bottom on it. Vivor is a Chinese version of Amazon? Oh shit, that sucks. No, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's the one I could have had it in black. No, I prefer the red one. Okay, let's just see. Let's see. That's what it looks like. Oxford fabric. Fluffy warm cotton. Withstanding temperature as low as -22. I just want to see the inside. I want to see what it looks like from the inside. Don't get me wrong, River does have some good stuff that's high quality. That's good to know. It's hard to see. Like it looks as it's the same color as like the black part like here, you know, what I see here. I like where my chicken plucker came from there. Okay. And then details. Okay. Lightweight, quick to deploy, easy to dismantle, easy to fold, comes with carrying bags. That's exactly the one I got. So hopefully the wind will not push it away, but there's a few anchors on it. Okay. So, easy steps. So you put it on the ground, you lift it up, something like that, and it should like go up by itself. Boop. And then to dismantle it, oh, that's going to be a problem. I suck at doing that kind of stuff. So I need to push in the middle there, push it down. It's not even the same. Okay. And then I'll have to fold it up. And they make it look so easy. But to be honest, it never really is. It never really is. There shouldn't be a floor, and then it's a pop-up, have a vent, and all that looks like it should be great for you. So if we can fit 4 people in there, and from the comments I read, the reviews, they say there's like a lot of space. And if there's a lot of space for 4 people, then it means that I should be able to bring the kids. And if I can bring at least 4 kids with me, it'll be all right. In the spring, I want to buy a paddle board. And go fishing with the kids, with the older kids, fishing mackerel and maybe some bass at some point. I have a diesel heater from them. I have had it 5-6 years now. Awesome. Most ice fishing tents will be darker inside, makes it easier to see the fish, but they can't see you very well. Well, that's pretty cool. From what I can see, if it's the same thing I've seen before, I'll be very happy with it. The only problem is that I don't think they had it in stock. It should take about 2 weeks to arrive, but we don't have ice yet, so 2 weeks should be enough. Hey Scott, how's it going? I was looking for you last week, and you didn't go live. I'm going to go early, no issues. I'll send you a link. Awesome. So yeah, I was looking for you last week. You didn't go live last Friday. Yeah, and if it's really windy, tie off where it pops out. Tie those loops to the ice, or it can pop in on you. Oh, that's fun. Well, if we can have enough snow, we can always put some snow around. Not only will it keep the heat in, but it should help protect the tent a little bit. So t-shirts are ordered. I'm going to go early. No issues. I'll send you larger shoes. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Hopefully you'll feel you're feeling better. I was a little bit worried, to be honest, especially like I sent you a message and you didn't reply, so I figured something was wrong. We had to use our wall anchors for the first time the other day. Wall anchors? Really? Okay. You're going to have a few videos coming up on that subject, don't you, Thomas? Like I was saying earlier, I have 2 different places I want to go ice fishing this year. The only problem is both places are a little bit like far from here. Well, one of those places is like 50 minutes from here, and the other place is about 2 hours and a half. Let me check. How long would it be from here to Mount Carlton? Mount Provincial Park. Map. Directions. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's not. It's even less than I thought. Well, it says an hour and 45 minutes, but really, the road is open that way? Cool. An hour and 45 minutes, but that would be like if the road is clear and all that stuff. So if I go ice fishing later on, there's a chance it might be, frozen and might have to go a little bit slower. Always use a snow skirt when you can keep things a lot warmer. Yeah, I might not have a warmer right away. Although I don't know, like if I can bring a little propane stove, at least to cook a few things. Might have to open a door, but it should keep the warmth a little bit inside. I don't want to die. Like I don't want to, choke on the propane smell. But my dad has one of those. There's always a chance that I might just go and buy one from Amazon. It's only like $50. All right, Scott. I'll go see you later. Awesome. Okay, so Scotty will be ready. Okay. Yeah, do the lighter test. Good idea, Thomas. There you go. um, but yeah, if I keep a little vent on top, as long as there's fresh air coming in, 67 degrees, so that will be about 20 Celsius here, I suppose. Let me check. 67 F2 Celsius. 19.444. So yeah, 20 Celsius. Huh. It's about, I'm going to say about 15 Fahrenheit here. Minus 10 this morning. The ice is freezing. The water's freezing. Ice is coming sooner than later. I'll be able to go ice fishing. And good evening, Michael. It's been a while since I've seen you. No, lighter test. If it's full of CO2, the lighter flame will be long and won't light, and you're move it up and down. Okay. Let me just check if the hockey game has started. Oh, come on. Can I be played? Seriously? 20 millimeters of rain here Sunday. That sucks. I'll be going and with my son tomorrow, try to get little ice fishing rod. I have to check if I have some more reels here. I really have to take the kids fishing more this year. This summer, it just went by so fast. I was playing softball a little bit and the garden and all that stuff. It just didn't happen, but it's going to be probably worse. I'm not going to play softball this summer. Yeah, but I don't want to be an American. No offense, but no. Hell no. I'm proud to be Canadian. It's not perfect, but I can get sick without having to lose my house. No. You might win the World Juniors this year. I'll give you that. But Canada still has a good team. Yeah. There's a lot of things I wish I could tell him if he was in front of me, but he wouldn't believe me anyway. Go Canada. Go Canada. Canada's playing Latvia right now. It's only 3 minutes in. I was watching, Michael, I'm wondering, do you watch the TV show Homestead Rescue? With Marty, Misty, and Matt. What's their Rainey? Marty Rainey, the Raineys. He was. It made me think of you. He was helping a family in Florida, and they purchased a land, and all around them it was full of swamps, and you could see the trails where the alligators were coming up and down their property, like very, very, very close to their house. They couldn't keep any livestock because the alligators was they were coming too close. Yeah, I love it, and apparently, like that's the closest to reality you're gonna find on all those reality shows, from what I understand. His name is Sparkle Socks. Government Trudeau. Yeah. Well, I don't think the Americans want to have us. Imagine we'd be the biggest state in the United States. Not going to happen. We pretty much gave you Alaska, The rest, probably Alberta would want to go in the States, but yeah. Yeah, well, same for me. I mean, no matter who you put there, they're going to do good things and they're going to do bad things. That's the way I see it. Well, now that you took all the gold from it, I don't see what use it. Well, actually, I would love to live in Alaska. The uh, the 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 life they have in Alaska when you watch those TV shows like Sean in Alaska, Simple Living Alaska, Alaska Last Frontier when it was on TV. All those TV shows are amazing. Imagine to be able to go fish, hunt, pretty much whenever you want. We could have that life here in New Brunswick, but unfortunately, there's not enough of anything apparently for us to go hunting. Yeah, politics is never a safe place. Either you're for or against whoever's there, and it always turns to shit. Too hard to grow food out there. Very short growing season. Yeah, well, they don't need to grow much because they can hunt. I mean, I get it's not vegetables, but when you watch Simple Living Alaska, they grow tons of food. Um, yeah, well, you need high tunnels and greenhouses and stuff like that. But the fact that they can go hunt for moose every year, deer hunting every year, they have black bears pretty much all over the place. Sorry, and they can literally go fishing. There's so much fish that they wouldn't even know what to do with the fish. Here, we're lucky. We can go fish for mackerel. There's a lot of mackerel, but we're only allowed to have 20 per person, which for a family like mine means I'm allowed 140 per year, or at the same time, or per day. I don't know. I think it might be 20 per day, but 20 in possession. So if we eat a few, we're good to go for a few more. Striped bass is the same thing. I think it used to be 3 per day and 3 in possession. I think it went up. Was it 3 or 5, 4 or 5 last year? Um, we, I know we're allowed more than we were allowed in the past, and I called one of the Canadian Ocean thing office, and I asked them. I said, "Okay, it says 3 in possession. How does it work for kids? Because I wanted to know, am I allowed to bring my kids?" And the reasoning behind my question was, if you bring a kid fishing, I think if they're under 12 years old, they don't require a fishing license, but they have to be able to prove that they can fish on their own. If you have to put the line in the water for them and reel it in for them, then it doesn't count for free. You need to have your license because they depend on you. But if they can go fishing on their own, they don't need a license, but they still have to abide by the 5 trout per day limit and all that kind of stuff. So I call them asking them if it's the same thing. Like, if I go with my kids, do they need to be able to prove you that they can reel it in? Because it's a strong fish. They might be able to do it, but like, how does it work? If I bring it right to the shore and then they finish it, in theory, they're the one that took it out. And the guy told me, look, the laws are in place so that people don't abuse the system. He asked me, how many kids do you have? I said, I have 5 kids. He's like, you have 5 kids, a girlfriend, and yourself. There's 7 in your household. You're allowed 3 fish per person. You're allowed 21 fish at all time in your freezer. Nobody's going to go look in your freezer. That's exactly what he told me. He says, don't sell it. Don't put it on marketplace or whatever. If you want to give a fish to your mom, give a fish to your mom. If you want to give a fish to your brother, give a fish to your brother. You want to go today catch 3 fish, come back home, give it to your girlfriend, put it in the freezer. Go again tomorrow, catch 3 more, put them in the freezer, give it to your son. He says, he told me, if you have no more than 21 fish in your freezer, and he's like, even if you had maybe 22, nobody's going to care. Just don't abuse the system. They don't want anyone going out there fishing for like 50 striped bass a day and, selling that or putting that in their freezer and not eating them. He says, you will probably eat a fish with your 5 kids. You will eat a whole fish in a meal. Easy. And that's precisely what we do. So 21 fish for you, for me, is only 21 meals. It's only 1 fish every 2 weeks, maybe 16 days. It's a fish every 16 days. Is that really exaggerating, especially when the bass is taking over the ocean here? I mean, trout is going down. The trout population is going down. The salmon population is going down. Mackerel is going down. Smelt is going down. Herring is going down. It's not exaggerating. So here we can fish striped bass. We can fish mackerel. We could go for cod, but you need someone with a boat. You need to get someone that knows what they're doing and go with the boat. And chances that it works out. Usually what they do is they'll offer you a fishing trip and promise you some fish, but you might go out. It might not be good for cod. And if they see that it's not a good day for cod, they'll take you closer to shore and get you to fish mackerel. That's what they did the first time. Well, the only time we went on a boat with them in Greenpoint or Plain Belt. Although last year with Tyler, it was pretty amazing. Oh, that's something else I got. See those 2 GoPro batteries? Those 2 batteries were like from a cheap brand. They gave me like maybe 20-25 minutes of filming. I ended up getting 2 more of these. So I didn't test them yet. Hopefully they should provide me with at least an hour of filming each. And now I paid, I think it was $25 for a membership. It's $25 per year. And what that does is I can just put literally anything straight on my cell phone. I don't need to plug it on my computer. I don't need to. I used to put a little SD card in one of those little USB keys, designed especially for that. Put that in my computer, and it would always die on me. I would lose the footage. That's what happened when we went fishing. I had a beautiful footage of Scott taking out that bass. I wanted to show it. I wanted to give it to him. Unfortunately, I lost the footage. I'm not going to be using this anymore. I will be using my cell phone. Transfer everything straight on my cell phone. It's done in a matter of minutes. And then during the night, everything on my cell phone will upload on the cloud. And from the cloud, I will download it on my computer and put it on an external hard drive after I'm done doing the editing for my video. One thing no one's looking at is the war over the North, new northern trade route. My buddy is going there soon. You need multiple grow tunnels. Yeah, in Alaska, that's what it is, and greenhouses and stuff. Hey, Tiffany, how's it going? Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully, you had a wonderful Christmas with your beautiful family. I was curious how Canadian friends were reacting. Yeah, well, it depends. Some people like them, some people don't. It's the same as in the States. You either like them or you hate them. 140 fish is a heck of a lot of fish. Yeah. I mean, we never got to that point. Usually I'll go, we might catch like 50 between myself and the kids. We'll put about 20 aside, 25 aside for a lunch, for a good meal, and keep some for bait. Well, even 30 is a lot for bait. I think last year, it's hard to calculate really, because when you go on one of those fishing trip, you'll put the bigger ones in the cooler, and you'll put the other ones right on the hook. So you'll be fishing with fresh live bait, because we're allowed to do that in New Brunswick, and we'll try to catch some bass. Usually, you can go in a place where it's basically one bass after another, and depending on time of year, depending on the moon or whatever it is, I don't know, the tides and all that stuff, there's always a bunch of different things that can come into account. But like, for example, this year, there's only one of us that caught a bass, and there was 5-6 fishing on the boat. Last year, or was it the year before, we went on a 2-hour trip, and we all got our limit. We had to go back to shore and leave before our trip was really actually over, because every one of us was at our limit. So it just shows from one year to another, or one day to another. Well, happy for you, but I don't want him here. No, not for me. To each their own. We're not doing well, like you can see. Yeah. Here in Ontario, under 18, you don't need a license. You can have a sports license and can go by yourself, or if a parent, they just need to be there for more lines. That's one of the reasons why I would love to have my Metis status, because, well, officially speaking, I have some First Nation blood. My grandmother could have had her card or status, but you know how it was back in the days, with everything that happened to them. Some people were hiding their true identity, and some people got, they got kidnapped basically, and some of them got killed, and it's not a fun part of history, but some people just denied their rights because they were too scared of what could happen. And there's a lot of people in New Brunswick with First Nation blood. I have a lot of relatives. My girlfriend has a lot of relatives with who are actually First Nation. But if I had all those rights, I would go for a moose between my brother and I per year. I would go for a deer per year, and I would go for like enough fish to feed my family, like one meal per week. That's what I would go for, depending on what kind of fish. I don't care. If it's one bass per week, so be it. If it's one bass every second week, and every second week, anything between salmon, trout, cod, whatever, I'll be fine with that. I would just love to be able to go and put 3 lines in the water and fish, because it's not legal for me right now to put 3 lines in the water. But at the same time, I mean, you can fish all day without catching a single fish. What would it change to have 3 lines in the water? Absolutely nothing. Oh, yeah, 18. You need a license, and you can buy a sport or conservation license here. Conservation license is basically catch and release. A sports license, you're allowed 5 trout. Conservation 2. Well, if I go there fishing, I want to keep everything I catch. So basically, your DNR just doesn't want everyone to overfish and deplete the chance of natural reproduction. Yeah, well, they don't want anyone to abuse the system. You know, if you can eat it, you know, it's the striped bass is a bad fish. But then again, a lot of people like fishing it, and it's kind of, if they're coming up, it's part of nature in a way. The reason they're here is because, you know, it's part of their cycle. Yeah. And your possession limit as your possession limit. So your 5 brute trout is all you're allowed in the freezer. That sucks, though. Well, here I think it's 5 per day and 10 in possession. I think. And you're not allowed to sell wild game, but you can give it trade barter with it. Here in New Brunswick, you can't. First Nation are allowed to sell it to whoever they want, but white people are not allowed to buy it. Hey, OJ. Good evening. How's it going? GoPro Enduro batteries are my go-to. Is that the one I have here? No, those are just regular GoPro. Those are the real GoPro batteries. The other ones I have are U-Wear or whatever you call it. I mean, I got them. They're a Chinese brand, so I got them basically for very, very cheap. One of them will last about 15 minutes, and the other one maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, well, that for sure. When it's colder, you don't have as much life in your batteries. That's how I do all my videos. Make things easier. Yeah. Some. Here, I believe you're allowed 150 bait fish. So minnows and stuff like that, you're allowed. I know you're allowed to fish with minnows, but only in the lakes where you can find. Like, you're not allowed to transfer bait from a lake to another. If I can get something in this lake, I can fish in this lake, but I cannot transfer it to a second lake. The only idea I like of him is stopping time change. Yeah, me too. I hate the winter time. I'd rather come home and have an extra hour of light than not having light at all the whole day. Yeah, there are a few here. Well, you know, I'm not even going to go there. We don't need him for that. It comes down to the governors of each region, territory, or state. Yeah, but here in New Brunswick, it'd be the same thing. But Quebec has been talking about not doing the time change, which means that everyone living just across the border would have a 2-hour difference with us at some point. Imagine you're supposed to go to work for 8 o'clock New Brunswick time and you have to be there for 6 a.m. So really, it wouldn't change a thing. The bottom line is you will still get your 9 hours of sleep. You will still have to get up early in the morning, go to work, come back home, eat supper, get your shower, and go to bed. Do you not have the option of having more than one line with your fishing license? I don't think so. If so, I didn't know about it. I know you're allowed more than one hook. In Lower North Shore, Quebec is not changing. Lower North Shore. Okay. If there's something that allows me to have more than one line, I didn't know about it. I know you're allowed to have more than one hook, like especially when you go trout fishing in the spring or smelt fishing and things like that. You're allowed to have 3 hooks on your line. But that's pretty much it. Well, I have to go for dinner. Hope you all have a great night. Thank you, Thomas. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Manitoba or some middle province is not changing. They're lucky. Near Newfoundland. Okay. It might be that they will have a 2-hour difference at some point, or they will have 1 hour difference at some point, and the rest of the time they'll be the same time. I don't know, but there will be 2-hour difference with Ontario if that's the case. No. Sorry. Quebec and Ontario have the same time zone, right? Okay, let's see. I just want to do one more thing. Down here in the USA, in most states, you're allowed to have more than one rod line in the water at an additional cost, but second line costs usually less, $20 US. I don't know. I don't think it's something here in Canada. Well, at least not in New Brunswick. That's a tricky question. I think a lot of people here hate both of them. Yeah, and I've been hearing a lot of awful comments lately, and I'm just gonna say this: I hear some people saying that someone they don't like deserve to die. Really? Are we getting that low as human beings? That because we don't like someone, we think they should die? There's one thing I learned. No matter what you like or don't like about a person, you're not allowed to wish that upon someone. I mean, the fun thing is, you'll ask them, okay, why do you say that? But no, nobody deserves that. You don't like someone, you don't like someone. You don't agree with what they do, you don't agree with what they do. And that goes for anyone, whether it's one or the other, or family member, a friend, an enemy, anyone. I'm sorry, but if you start saying someone deserves to go, you and I are not going to be friends. How can you even we're supposed to accept other people's opinions. And how can you start talking politely and accepting everyone's opinion if you start a conversation that way? I literally heard some people saying that from one side or the other. Thank you. And I mean, isn't that what democracy is all about? Isn't that what freedom is all about? Having the right to our own opinion? Ever since 2020, seems like people can have regular conversations. If you don't think alike, yeah, well, I'm just trying to stay. I'm not even talking politics, just in general. And Canada has a lot of haters too. It's not just in America. It's Canada as well. I mean, I don't agree with everything that our government does. There's some good, there's some bad. Now, maybe this person it does more good for that person than bad. And maybe for that person it does more bad than good. And I mean, that's why we have a vote. Because if more people accept what's going on, that means more people want to have that. And like I said, I don't agree with everything that either of them are doing, but I'm not against everything. And it's not because I like some of the things that this one or this one is doing that I love them as a person. I'm allowed to not like them, but it doesn't mean that I have to yell at them, swear at them, that I want to fight them, or illegals. What do you mean about when you talk about illegals? Yeah, that's good. And I mean, it's not a conversation that's fun to have. Nobody likes really having those conversations. But at some point, people need to understand that everyone's entitled to their opinion. And I have the problem with some family members. You can't tell them anything good about one or anything bad about the other one. This one is a god. This one deserves to die. That's what I hear from family members. I mean, you believe something, just because I believe something different doesn't make me stupid. It actually might make me smarter. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not saying it is. It could. Maybe it makes you smarter, but who are you to say? Because if there's one thing history proved is that no matter what's going on at the politic level, there's never been a single time where everyone was actually happy about what was going on. Okay, in that case, I suppose we have some. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen if he really does what he says he wants to do. I'm wondering how the farmers are gonna be able to survive. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stop the conversation there before it gets too deep, and I'll uh, I'll redirect you guys to Scott's live stream. Probably gonna meet him there in a few minutes. Um, I don't like going politics on my channel because no matter who you vote for, it's not gonna help you. If you go left, the right are gonna hate you. If you go right, the left are gonna hate you. I've always considered myself someone more in the middle. Do what you want, but don't bother me with it. Uh, I don't care who you are. If you respect me, I'll respect you. That's the kind of person I am. I love everyone. I don't have hate against a specific type of people. There's only like 2 person I hate in the world, and yeah, that's because they hurt my family. So I go down the middle, push everyone out. Yeah. All right. Well, Canada is still 0-0 against Latvia after the first period. Yeah. Well, it depends. It's the same as in the States. You have a bunch of people on that side. They make a lot of noise. Are there really more people of that side? Or you have a lot of people there as well? Are they just more silent, or are they just not as many? Who knows? We'll see at the next election, I suppose. You know, I think that a lot of people are pissed for whatever reason at a lot of things, and they don't want to see the real problem. But that's just me. Hello, Shawnee Groves. I missed your live stream. I think it was on the 24th, 25th, 24th. I know that I was not available, but next time you go live, I'll try to be there. And I was just about to leave, but stay tuned. You will be redirected to Scott's live stream at Rambling with the Brooms, and I should join him in a few minutes. See you later, everyone.